Hey, welcome to Long Distance Sisters.
I'm Tori.
I'm McKenna.
And I'm Serena.
Come chat with us while we're far apart.
Okay, let's get started.
Hello. We're doing the Am I the Asshole thing.
Sisters edition.
Yeah, Am I the Asshole, Reddit, the Reddit forum. If you don't know what that is, I can't help you.
Where have you been?
It's either too much. So yeah, we're going to read these posts that people put on a public forum, and they're trying to figure out if they're the asshole in this situation or if the other person or party is.
Or if they all are.
Or if they all are. And a lot of the times, or if nobody is. And how many times am I going to say it? A lot of times. The community votes on if they are or not. Don't look at my bangs. Okay, I wore a hat today. And that's all I got. And sometimes the community is really wrong. Last time we did this, we got different answers than the community.
Yeah.
Like, what 12-year-old is answering this?
Also, this is going to be a shorter episode, which you already know by the length of time, because Tori was late, 45 minutes late, and I have a bedtime.
So at least I told you ahead.
I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Anyway.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was a story. I think that is the whole thing. I thought there was like a story behind. Ugh.
Well, what is it?
It just says, am I the asshole for telling my sister to stop trying to make my wedding all about her?
No. Easy.
Okay, now I got one. Okay. Am I the asshole for not wanting to go to my sister's New Year's party after she overshadowed my engagement? So I'm a guy, and I recently proposed to my fiance about midway through December. We agreed to announce the engagement at Christmas. My sister and her husband, who are both a couple years older than me, were also there. My sister and I have generally always gotten along, although her husband can tend to come off as a little rude at times, but he's never outright been a dick. Good. So we do a little gift exchange, and at the end, my fiance and I decide to make our announcement. So I say my piece, and everyone's excited. It was a nice moment that I was proud to have. Then my sister stands and holds up an unopened gift from our mother, or for our mother. Mom opens it, and it's a framed ultrasound image showing that my sister is pregnant, about 1 month along. It's a happy moment, and I was happy to share in it, but after that, the pregnancy was all anyone talked about for the rest of the day and the day after that. It was like they had completely forgotten about my fiance and I being engaged. I felt like my fiance had been cast aside. I didn't want to cause a scene at the party because I was happy for my sister. Then every day of the following week, all anyone wanted to talk about was the baby. Finally, New Year's Eve came along. The party we have for that switches hosts every year, and it's my sister's house this time. My fiance didn't want to go to that party because she felt uncomfortable. So I called them, and my brother-in-law answers. He asked me what was up, and I told him we weren't going to be able to make it. He tried to change my mind, saying you and your girlfriend can come along, like he had forgotten or hadn't even acknowledged that we were engaged. I reminded him of our engagement, to which he said he couldn't have known since everyone was so excited about the baby. I hung up on him then and tried to just move on from it. Then my sister called and asked me why I was upset about her baby. I told her I wasn't upset about it. I said it hurt when our family seemed to care more about her baby, to the point that my fiance and I being engaged may as well have not happened because no one acknowledged it. She told me to grow up and said it was selfish of me to avoid the party because I was jealous of her happiness. I said it wasn't that I was jealous. I said I'm happy for her that she's having a baby. But while she's taking this step in her life, I'm also taking my own step. I'm engaged to a woman that I love, and I am prepared to spend the rest of my life with. It feels like no one has respected that. Afterwards, she said I was being dramatic and that people would be more than happy to care about it when the wedding happened. Then she said I should quit whining and come to the party. I told her I didn't want to go to a party hosted by someone who wouldn't be as happy for me as I am for her, and I hung up.
Okay. I think everyone's an a-hole, but the pregnant sister and her husband are bigger a-holes.
Why?
Because I think it's like, obviously, I know that the brother is happy for his sister and
Mhm.
everything. But to the point where you're not going to a party that's been a tradition for years because of that, like, just express your feelings and then
Wait.
go
The
on.
pregnant people are throwing the party,
Yeah,
and the engaged people are the ones who aren't going.
yeah,
But you just called the pregnant people the asshole.
yeah. I think they're the bigger ones because they are being more outright disrespectful about it all. And I don't think them announcing it on Christmas was an a-hole thing because they obviously had it. Both of them had their separate announcements planned.
Mhm.
But the fact that everyone was just like forgot, like the brother-in-law forgot about their engagement, and like it was like it never happened, and that like they said like, oh, people will be excited once the wedding comes around, but like they're not
Yeah.
excited for
Like,
them now.
well, then people will be excited once the baby comes around.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's like they should acknowledge that both of them had good things, which the brother did, but I think he also should have still gone to the New Year's party.
Hmm.
Because at that point it's more than just family, and they're probably not also not telling friends and stuff who might be there yet.
Yeah.
So
I
it probably wouldn't be all about the baby either.
Yeah. I feel like too, like she could have waited a bit to announce her pregnancy, like acknowledge the engagement a little bit first. Like
Mhm.
maybe it's just the way he described it, but it seemed like she was like, well, I have
Well,
this.
she
Not like
already
in a
had
petty
it, like,
way, but
yeah.
like
It seemed like her plan was to have it be the last gift of the night and,
right.
be this special. And yeah,
Yeah.
they
But
weren't
like she
thinking in
probably
that
could
moment. They
have
probably weren't.
waited a sec.
They probably weren't thinking in that moment. They were like overshadowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might just be like, oh, it's announcement time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like I don't know, like wait a sec, maybe do a little toast or something for the engagement, like revel in it for a minute, and then make your announcement. And then you can do all that for
Yeah.
you too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think he should have gone to the party. They're probably not like purposefully like not acknowledging the engagement.
Mhm.
Like I get it sucks, but
Yeah, it's kind of assholey to like not go to their party
yeah.
because of that. Like they
But
didn't.
but the brother-in-law definitely was an asshole with what he said.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that he forgot or whatever. Overall, maybe just don't announce things on Christmas.
True.
Just wait a minute. Have
Find
your
your own
own special day. Yeah. Exactly. Cool. There was like an edit. Let me see. It says, edit, my anger was most definitely misplaced in this situation. It wasn't my sister's fault that things happened how they did, and I should have handled it better. Just so new people are aware, I have called my sister and we both apologized to each other. I'm going to see her this weekend, so everything is going well.
Good. At the top, does it say what the final vote was?
I don't know how to see that.
It's usually right under like the title.
I mean, it has votes, but it doesn't have like either way selected.
Oh, it
You-
does on PC. What's the general consensus in the comments?
Basically, like, she couldn't have planned that. Like, it's not overshadowing. She had an announcement. Some people are saying she could have waited like 30 minutes.
Okay.
So, pretty much in agreement with us, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, McKenna.
Okay. AITA for going home because of my sister's dog being at Thanksgiving.
AITA is just LNS.
Yes, I just don't feel like cursing. Okay. So this person is a 33-year-old female. So I'll preface this with I don't like dogs. My sister, female, 29, has a dog that she says her world revolves around, which is fine. She can do her thing. I just have an issue when it affects me. It is a breed that sheds a lot. Like she regularly has dog hair on her clothes. I don't eat food at or from my sister's house. I found dog hair in her cooking before, so I gently pass on her dishes. Privately, I've told my mom that I don't like her dog around food and I won't eat my sister's dishes. We were supposed to have Thanksgiving at my parents' house. Neither my sister nor I live at our parents anymore. I arrived a little early to offer to help and saw my sister was already there. Well, I walk in and see my sister's dog is at my mom's house. I've never been at my mom's house when my sister's dog is there. I also found out my sister had been there all day helping my mom cook. Apparently, she had offered a few days earlier and my mom accepted. I didn't know this was happening. Next thing I know, the dog is trotting through the kitchen. This whole situation was too much, and I told them I wouldn't be eating less food. They ask why. I tell them why. My sister says I'm blowing things out of proportion, mentions lots of people eat food prepared where dogs are nearby. I tell her I'm not one of those people. I just decide to go home. I leave the pies I made and ended up ordering Chinese. When dinner was supposed to happen, my phone was blowing up, and I was told I should have just dealt with it by multiple family members. First edit, she said she noted she's found dog hair in multiple dishes over the last 2 years. It was not a one-time thing, so she has been avoiding her sister's food for the past 6 to 8 months. Yeah.
Hmm.
I think everyone's a little at fault.
Yeah, she didn't say she's allergic, right? Just that she doesn't like dogs.
Well, and she's found her sister's dog's hair in her sister's cooking multiple times.
Mhm.
Yeah, but like
I feel like it's probably like
they
if
eat lots of weird stuff that we don't know about.
you're eating a credit card worth of plastic every year.
Exactly. Did
That's
you
what they
get
say in
that
those
from
Life
Shark
Straw.
Tank?
Well, it was one of those like Life Straw or like filter ads.
Exactly.
If anything, the dog hair was from like the sister wearing clothes that had dog hair all over it, and then she cooked. Like it wasn't because the dog was on the counter or something.
Right.
And
Or
it's like
just, but it can just kind of like float in the air.
Yeah.
I know.
and like because she had only told her mom, like I can see her sister being like, where did this come from? Like, but and
Mhm.
like the mom, she was right. Like, obviously she should accept help when it comes to preparing food for Thanksgiving because that's a big
Right.
task. But she also could have said like, okay, but you're going to have to keep like your dog in this bedroom or whatever, um, like until dinner's over or something.
Yeah.
And the sister that left and ordered Chinese could have just ordered Chinese to her parents' house.
That's
True.
true too.
Yeah, it's an asshole of them to just leave everyone for the night.
Yeah, like I feel like it's kind of like an attention seeking thing. Like,
Yeah, like they
you
want to.
didn't remember I don't like your dog? How dare you? I'm gonna leave. Like, sorry, we have life to live. Like,
Yeah. I feel like the
it's a
sister might
long time to leave your dog. Like, it's easier to bring them.
I feel like the sister might be the least responsible.
Yeah.
Like least a-hole-y.
Especially if she didn't know that her sister felt this way, like about the food. But also I'm just like, who cares? It's not gonna kill you to eat a little dog hair. Like,
If no one else is complaining about it, then like,
right. It's probably not that bad.
I mean, we all have our quirks.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing that really makes them get Nick, then I guess, but didn't have to leave. You're right. They should just order Chinese to the parents.
Right. Yeah, but the consensus on Reddit, or at least the most votes, went to the writer not being the a-hole.
See, that's where I'm like, no,
No. Because
no.
people probably got caught up on the dog hair in the food, and it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, do you
Seriously.
really actually care?
It's because
All
these
of
are
you who have
13
dogs have eaten dog
It's because these are 13-year-olds on Reddit,
hair.
sentient, and like they don't understand things.
Yeah. Ew, in dog hair, gross.
Okay, I haven't read this story yet. It's either this one or the hot sauce one. So we'll see. I'm the asshole for telling my sister her baby's name is fucking stupid.
Oh, I start to read that one.
Yeah. I, 21 female, found out not too long ago that my sister, B, 36 female, is pregnant after a long struggle with infertility, and I'm pumped, can't wait to meet it. Last week was the gender reveal party where B broke down crying after cutting the cake and saying it was pink inside. Her and her husband are thrilled because they apparently wanted a girl. She said right then that the baby would be named Mary. For reference, B is a born again Christian. She found Jesus during her third time in rehab. She'll go on and on to anyone who will listen about how she had visions of Virgin Mary by her bedside telling her she would get better and the pain was temporary and how she would do great things after recovering. That was 8 years ago. She met her husband not long after that in church, of course, and fell head over heels in love, saying that God made them for each other. Kind of rolled my eyes at that declaration. Mary is just so old and boring. B asked me what was wrong. I was honest and told her that the name was a little boring. At least she could do something like Miriam. Ew. And make Mary a nickname. It's 2023. Kids will make fun of her for having an old lady name. She's older.
Miriam's not better.
I myself have an old lady name. Think Edith or something. And it's a pain. Kids in grade school constantly call me Grandma Edith and the sort, saying I was destined to be an old hag who lived in the woods and who knows. I'm also worried for the baby. Bia isn't a reliable person. She's been sober for years, and everyone still walks on eggshells around her. She used to run off to go on drug bitches all the time, a few times leaving me at home alone as a kid so she could meet with one of her dealers while her parents were out. She brought up a few days ago mentioning how she was hurt. I didn't like the name and asked if I was being honest in my feelings. I told her I was. Mary is a fucking stupid name. She'll get bullied in school for it. At the very least, if she goes to some kind of Christian school, it'll confuse the hell out of her because every other girl will be called Mary. She called me cruel and an asshole and accused me of hating her and not caring that she's finally a good place in her life, as if she hasn't been in a good place in life before and relapsed, leaving our parents in debt, paying for therapy and rehab that don't ever work, and lending us clean all her messes all over it. And then, am I the asshole? Okay, I want to say something first. There was like this TikTok of girls in sororities who go to school in like Alabama or whatever. And they were all asked what their middle name is. And they all said Grace. It's like all these
That's
girls are
funny.
Grace. But like
Mary,
if you don't like the
Mary-
name, if you don't like the name Mary, you can spice it up with like make it like a second name or like have a two first name.
or Maria.
Oh, Maria. Ooh, spicy. But like Mary Kate, Mary Ashley, Mary Kate Ashley. No, I knew a Mary and she had like
I know a Mary Catherine,
no. Oh, what was her? It was
but
like Allison
I
or
don't think Mary's an old lady name.
Mary Alice.
Miriam. Oh, I knew her. Wait, are you talking about the same one from high school?
Yeah, I was like, oh,
She was in my grade.
I think so, maybe. But Mary Alice, I'm like, oh, that's
But Mary, not an old person name. Miriam, an old person name.
Mary. Yeah, don't fucking name it Miriam.
If it's a religious thing, just like leave it alone.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Mary's that bad. No, no, no. Like
And I
it's
think,
older and it's really
Yeah.
common.
Yeah, and just like no matter what, like just don't judge someone else's name choice, like for their kid. Like it's hard, we know.
I don't
Chose
know.
it for
I
a
don't know.
reason.
If it's a really bad name,
I mean,
I'll be like, what, first of all, why? Like, what's the reasoning behind it? And if
yeah.
there's no good reasoning, I'll be like, gotta change that.
Yeah, I think the
Make it the
author
middle name, like Serena said.
I think the author had a really good like story. She was like, I have an old lady name and I hated being made fun for it, made
Yeah.
for it
Yeah, that's true.
as a child.
But I also wonder how much the sister knew about that. Like, how close were they
Well, oh,
given
they're
their big
15 years
age
apart,
gap?
so maybe not.
Yeah.
I just don't think Mary, like, since Mary is such a common name, if you did like Mary Grace or whatever, I don't think it would be a big deal. I don't think that's really like,
Serena, you went in and out there. Are you using your microphone?
no.
Because your audio quality is really bad.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
when we don't use the microphone, then it like cuts off when someone else is talking.
It also cuts off when you cut me off.
Oh yeah.
I think she's an asshole for saying it right at the moment of the gender reveal. Like being like,
Yeah.
I think that's a stupid name. I think that's bad.
Well, no, wasn't she more gentle at first? And then when like her sister came to her, like asking how she really felt, she's like, yeah, that's when she said, like, oh, it's stupid.
Let me check. Um, oh, she said, I kind of rolled my eyes at the declaration. Mary is so old and boring. They asked me what was wrong. And I was honest. I told her I thought the name was a little boring. Okay, so we didn't say it was stupid, but she called it boring right at the moment. And I was like, oh, you just like, they were so excited and happy, and you just kind of like dropped.
Yeah, that's something she could have kept to herself.
Yeah. And she
And
doesn't
I want
like the rehab stuff, and like she'll maybe be unreliable. Like it's been 8 years. I mean, people don't hide the fact that they're sober. I think they're like proud to be. But let me see. I think this person was about an ass.
which needle point in there, Tori.
Not needle pointing,
Whatever it is.
embroidering. Well, a thing, but it got messed up.
Hold the thing up. How'd you mess it up already?
I got a knot in it, and I didn't notice. Got tape.
Ooh, there's someone in the comments who says my name is Mary and that they never really got. Oh no, never mind. Ignore that. They did get teased, but it ended.
Rory was called Mary in Gilmore Girls, but that wasn't her actual name.
Yeah, and why was she called Mary McKenna? Because they're making fun of her.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, she.
Now people are just naming Downton Abbey names. Mary, Edith, Sybil, Cora, Violet.
She could be Cora.
Ew.
I mean, that was the name of Regina's mom, though.
Yeah.
Time.
Well, that's it.
Are we doing a quiz?
No, girl.
No, we already texted about
I'm
this.
sorry.
Lenny. Look at him at the door.
Oh.
Len. No. All right, that's it. Go away.
Hey. Thanks for joining for this short episode.
Yeah, if you want a longer version of this and haven't listened to our first Am I the Asshole episode last year, go check that out. It's about long distance relationships. I think we did like 3 each or something. Like it was long. And yeah, check out some other episodes, I guess.
You guess?
Yeah.
You guess?
Yeah. Hot takes.
Hot takes.
If you like controversial stuff and that's why you're listening to it.
We are not controversial. Are you joking?
No, I'm talking about
Cookie
Am I
Puffins.
the A-hole? If they're clicking on Am I the A-hole thing, they want to hear controversy and opinions.
And with the whole climate change.
I think How to Save a Planet actually did that.
We're all climate a-holes.
Yeah.
Ooh, plot twist.
Every day.
Every day of our lives, we won't save our planet. Even if we had more time.
Why are you making ears? Oh my god. That's true. We are procrastinators. Just for your wedding?
No. That's
Good.
happened.
The asshole for saying my sister can't have it.
For making my sister's wedding all about me.
All about me. Okay, stop recording.
Bye. Thanks for joining this week.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this week's Long Distance Sisters. Be sure to subscribe for more episodes and leave a good review.
And check out the video version on our YouTube channel.
You can find all of our other social media information in the description.
Talk to you later.
Bye.